Hey guys, it's Vornskyr here, and today we're back in Star Citizen because most of the problems that we were having with server disconnections and all that sort of thing seem to have resolved themselves or been fixed by CIG over the course of the last week, so the game is running pretty well at the moment. And so I thought we would take a look at the Avenger again, and we'll see how it goes in a bit of Vandal Swarm. So I'll open up Arena Commander, here we go. And I'm picking Vandal Swarm because I think it's kind of easier to get a feel for the ship. You're not too concerned about you know, in multiplayer, it's always pretty high paced, right? You're always either shooting at somebody or you're being shot at by somebody. So I think Vandal Swarm's kind of nice because even though you're being shot at by enemies, it's not actually that big a deal, especially in the early waves. So it's a good chance to get a feel for the ship, see kind of what works and what doesn't. And then after you've kind of gotten yourself familiar with it, then you jump into multiplayer if that's what you're interested in. So let's use the magic of editing to fast forward through this loading screen, and I'll see you once we're there. Okay, here we go. So I've got a few cool things I can show you, and we'll get a lag spike in a second once the Vandal load in. There it is. Always predictable, that one. Okay, so one of the first things, which is really cool, is that you can now lock multiple missiles onto a single opponent. So you see this guy off in the distance, I can actually lock him all the way from here. So that's one missile lock, that's two missile locks, that's three, and that's four. I've actually got 4 missiles, which is all of the missiles I have, all locked at this guy. So I might have just, yep, I kept the lock, that's good. So if I hold down my missile button, you actually have to hold it down now instead of just pressing it. So if I hold down, it'll actually launch all 4 of those missiles. So there we go, I basically completely blew my load there all at once. And now I don't have any missiles left, but that's pretty cool. It's also, I mean, I think that's kind of why people are saying missiles are overpowered now. Basically, especially in PvP, because, you know, you'll jump in and then you'll have a ton of missiles all on you and then you die, I guess. I haven't really experienced that yet myself, but I can definitely see how it could be a problem. So that's one cool thing. Another cool thing, which I've only just kind of realized, I don't know if this is even new, but if you hold down the chaff button, you actually get a view of the flare, rather than just popping it and not seeing what's happening. Of course, you can just tap it as normal, like that. But anyway, that's kind of a cool little thing. But so let's actually do some fighting. So I'm using the standard loadout, which is the 2 sucker punches, that's them there, and the tiger shriek, which is the chain gun sort of thing, Gatling, minigun, whatever you want to call it. That's what this is. I've noticed with this tiger shriek, it burns through ammo, like it goes through so much ammo. It used, what was that? I don't know, maths. It used 64 rounds of ammo there in that burst. It was a fairly long burst, but still, of a 500 round magazine. Or drum or whatever it is that it uses. And so yeah, you can burn through ammo super fast. Like it's easy to go through 500 rounds in a single wave. Now you'll get 1 reload, I believe, so you effectively get 1,000 rounds of ammo in a single wave. But I don't know if that's enough. I mean, that's 2 enemies down that I killed. Well, 3 enemies down, but one of those was with missiles. So that's 2 enemies with the tiger shriek, and that was 200 rounds of ammo. The sucker punches, they don't actually do damage. They seem to kind of drain or reduce power from systems, so maybe from the shields or from the thrusters or something. I mean, I had one earlier where I shot the guy and he actually lost control of his thrusters or something and went flying into an asteroid, and that was pretty cool. But at the same time, you don't actually damage the ships, and I'm shooting at the wrong enemy. You don't actually damage the ships with the sucker punch, so yeah. It's not great for finishing off an enemy if you've run out of ammo, basically. God, it's bouncing around all over the place. I might actually retreat from here a little bit. Let's come back at this guy. There he is. They all seem to be concentrating on me now. My wingmen don't tank as well as they used to. God, that was a bit close. So we'll unload the tiger shriek on this guy. Oh god, what the hell happened there? I think he fired a missile at me. I'm not quite sure. But I've taken a fair bit of damage. I might try and run away from here a little bit and build the shields back up. Oh, almost ran into an asteroid. I'm still being shot at, by the way. Let's do a bit of this. There you are. Hello. Okay, oh god, I've lost my nose weapon. I only just noticed that. So as I was talking about losing ammo, it's actually I've just lost the whole weapon, and I'm now completely useless. I can't damage anybody because I fired all my missiles. You can see I'll unload the sucker punches on this guy all day long, but it's not doing much of anything. So that is a problem. I wonder if I can get an outside shot of this. How does that actually look? Let's do the right camera mode. There you go. Yeah, my gun is it's just gone. Poor Avenger's looking a bit beaten up, isn't it? That's not good. I'm probably going to run into something flying around like this, but anyway. You can see my missile racks there, which are empty. There's the sucker punch. Look at that, that's a nice little animation, I haven't noticed that before. That's pretty awesome. Alright, well, let's one more, there we go. I guess there's not much to do now, actually. I can't do anything useful. Well, I can't damage him. I'll keep putting some sucker punch fire onto him, but I can't do anything much with it. You see, he's stopped shooting and now he's drifting out of control. It only lasts for a couple of seconds, but I guess that would be enough to take advantage of it, I suppose. Okay, we're back after a rather unfortunate crash. So let's load up Arena Commander again. I'm actually going to do multiplayer this time, as long as I can find a match. We'll try a Spectrum match, and we'll go public. And I don't know what I'm going to do yet. Oh, this is different. This is actually a lobby. Okay. I remember reading that they did this. Well, that's interesting. And I am the host, apparently. Okay, so let's do Battle Royale or not a race. Co-op? Maybe not. Squadron Battle. Capture the core. Let's go Battle Royale. We'll do free-for-all. And we'll keep it at Broken Moon because that's my favourite map. And I'll hit launch. So I'm searching for a match, and this might take a while. So I guess I'll edit through all of this. Okay, so I've actually changed over to Squadron Battle, just because I couldn't find anybody at all playing Battle Royale, couldn't find a match, and it seemed that Squadron Battle was easier to get a match for. I actually had one match just then. I'm not even going to show it because it was really bad. Like, it wasn't just bad flying on my part, although that definitely was involved, but it seems that I kind of understand a bit more what people are saying about these missiles now, in that, like, what was happening in that match was there was one guy who would just basically fire 4 missiles at a person, or 2 missiles at one person, 2 missiles at the other, and then as soon as somebody targeted him, he would eject, right? He would still get the kills, but I don't know, he wouldn't be killed, or he would spawn straight away immediately, and we found a match, but he would spawn and, you know, get all of his missiles back immediately. So I don't know, it was a bit cheesy. It wasn't great. I think the worst part was it just wasn't fun. Like, it's not like I was raging or anything. I wasn't enjoying it either. So hopefully this one will be a bit better. But it's starting to look already like the missiles maybe need a bit changing. You know, the mechanics and everything. Again, that's not a big deal. I mean, this is our first look at these mechanics, these updated missile mechanics. So, you know, it's to be expected that things will have to be changed over time. That's kind of what this whole process is about. But anyway, so let's load into this Squadron Battle and we'll see how we go. Okay, we're loaded in. Looks like we've loaded into a match already in progress, given that there's only 13 minutes left on the clock. And I might need to reset my TrackIR as long as I don't run into an asteroid while I'm doing it. It's a little bit better. Okay, so who we got on our side? DJ Hunter, Redshift 1. And that guy too, Apollo or something. Alright, so let's see if we can find some enemies to shoot at. We can only target friendlies at the moment. Oh wait, there we go, Forced Poop. What a name. Where is he? He's down here. Alright. He's 5 kilometers away, or let's go flying on in and meet him. I won't try to missile spam him unless he missile spams me. I actually did some damage to him, so I did hit him with my Tiger or whatever. Anyway, I'm not sure how much sense this commentary is going to make. Oh, he just got missiled. But it's a bit more difficult to maintain concentration PvPing. Oh, and I just realised I've still got my aim looking at where my head is, which was why I wasn't actually hitting anything I was shooting at. That should be a bit better like this. He's just spinning wildly out of control at the moment. Well, I got a kill, but I can't really take credit for it. I think that missile knocked him out of action more than any skill on my part. It also looks like he's the only enemy on this that we're facing, so it's a pretty badly imbalanced team at the moment, which isn't great. But anyway, where did he spawn this time? Over this way, alright. Seems to be spawning a long way away from us. I guess that could be a spawn protection sort of thing. Yeah, if they spawn a long way away from all the other players, then less likely to be spawn camped. Somebody's coming in at him already. Looks like he's aiming at me. And he got missiles straight away. So let's try these sucker punches, see if that does anything. Good, that was a player flying in. This guy's just getting absolutely ganked. I feel pretty bad for him actually, he's got no hope. He's just, as soon as he spawns, he's getting swarmed really. And I guess the scoreboard is kind of reflecting that. If you see that at the top, it's like 6,500 points to our team and none to his team. Okay, so at this point the game crashed again. I'm actually recording this in post. But yeah, there seems to be some sort of DirectX error or a CryEngine error. I'm not quite sure. I'll have to do a bit of research. I think I've heard about this one before, so it could be a kind of common one. But it's basically making the game not unplayable, but close to it, because every time I haven't been able to complete a round of Vandal Swarm or a squadron battle or anything like that without the game crashing. And so it means that I have to restart the game, log in, go through all the loading screens and all that. And sometimes it lasts 5 minutes, sometimes it lasts 15 minutes, but so far it's always crashing. So it looks like I might have spoken a bit too soon about the stability being all good and ready to go. On the other hand, it's nowhere near as bad as a connection lost error. Like, you can still get in and have a bit of fun. So, but yeah, so I think I'll end this video here. It's shorter than I intended it to be, so I'm sorry about that, but I just can't consistently get the footage, basically. I mean, it took me about 3 hours to get to this point already, and to be completely honest, I'm over it. I mean, this isn't really a problem with the game itself, this is just how alpha testing is. Like, sometimes this sort of thing just happens, and we just have to wait for it to be fixed. In general though, I'm having a lot of fun with the Avenger. I'm not quite sure about its firepower. I mean, it's obviously got that target shriek cannon, which is pretty cool, but the sucker punches are very situational. I don't think they're very good for Vandal Swarm, and I think in terms of Arena Commander, you might be able to get some use out of them, but you'd be better off using some other weapons for your wingtips if you have size 1 wingtip weapons available. So yeah, but at the same time, I think it's good. As for the missiles, I think they're probably going to get hit with the nerf bat sooner or later. They're a bit silly the way they are at the moment, but you know, as I've said already, this is something that it's good to get out of the way now, and you know, this is the first time we've seen this mechanic, so it'll take a bit of tweaking to get it to where it should be. But yeah, so I'll end this one here. So until next time, I've been Vornskyr. I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.